Garage fam, it me, garage guy, alone. No one is with me. I'm by myself. So you get a whole podcast episode with just me for Richmond, the Federated Auto Parts 400 at Richmond Raceway coming up this weekend. I'm excited about it. I'm cool about it. There's been so much going on. Can't wait to fill you guys in as we dive into this race. We're going to talk about four guys that I love this week that you'll also be able to find on my article over at tobychristie.com, which is where we're writing our free articles now. In case you didn't know by now, tobychristie.com has everything under the sun for NASCAR, trucks, Xfinity, Cup, news, breaking news. Okay. A lot of people read this shit. All right. It's real. It's not just shit. It's like gold shit. Like if shit was gold plated, like for NASCAR, you'd find it on tobychristie.com, but it's not shit. It's just gold. So that's why I write there. So yeah, tobychristie.com. Go check that out. I'll have the free article up. Dale should have his up as well, going over the Xfinity race that's coming up this weekend. So going to be big fun, big hype. But yeah, we got Xfinity and we got Cup at Richmond. And these four guys that I've looked into, I'm in love with. And again, I'm going to catch you guys up on what's been going on. We're going to talk about the four drivers that we love for DraftKings this week. And I got to start the show off, obviously, by saying it's presented by Hooters. Okay. I'm literally wearing my Hooters Daytona Beach shirt. One of my favorite shirts of all time. It's got the throwback feel to it. Anything throwback Hooters, I want. And that's just anything throwback in general, obviously. But when it's throwback Hooters, I'm like, okay, this reminds me of like being a small child and going to a Hooters like with my dad. Or actually, I take that back. My dad never brought me to a lot of Hooters, but my uncle, on the other hand, shout out to Bo, he did. And he brought me to plenty Hooters growing up, showed me the way of life. And now I work with Hooters. So it's pretty awesome. But yeah, shout out to Hooters Racing. Chase Elliott's going to be whipping the Hooters car, the Hooters Chevrolet in Bristol. So can't wait to try to get up there for that race and be there for that. But for what we do with Hooters is obviously everybody that watches the shows knows by now, but why not go ahead and tell you again? Right now, if you go over to HootersToGo.com or you download the Hooters app and you use promo code GarageGuys, you'll save $10 off any order, $30 or more. Okay. There's no fine print guy here. So I'm going to tell you it's valid at participating locations for delivery and carry out orders only, $30 or more. Remember that. Promo code GarageGuys, $10 off any Hooters to go order or any order that you place on the Hooters app. $10 off any order, $30 or more. Promo code Garage Guys. It's Hooters. Okay. If I could eat Hooters every day, I would. All right. Lately, I haven't been able to get to a Hooters in my location because power companies have been trying real hard to work and people are trying to get back to their jobs. People are trying to do things. So for everyone that's been following us, pivoting a little into some more of the serious stuff we've been into, not to say that anything and everything that we do is not serious, you know, the most serious guys of all time, but we've been home and it just want to say thanks to everyone that has donated, everyone that has shared the Garage Guys Disaster Deletion Fund. Dale and I have successfully been able to raise over $3,500 so far. And we have already began the withdrawal process, took some of that money, was able to go to Houma, Louisiana on Thursday, and we were able to donate a ton of toilet paper. We were able to donate a ton of carbon monoxide detectors and feminine hygiene products. Those are three of like the big products that they needed. A lot of people are bringing water. A lot of people are bringing food. We wanted to be able to find that product that people weren't bringing enough of, and that's where we wanted to step in and help. So because of all the donations that we received from you guys, we were able to provide all those people that are doing without right now exactly some of the things that they needed. Tons of people were so excited about the carbon monoxide detectors. I've never seen people more excited about a carbon monoxide detector in my life. So, and I totally get it too. Families and, with young children, you can't smell it. So especially when you don't have power in your house, you need something battery operated. We're able to provide that. You guys helped us provide that. So thank you guys so much that donated. And Dale and I have also been working down there as well, like going to do some debris cleanup. There's actually, if you could see it, if we were videotaping it, you would see me with a chainsaw cutting trees. It's pretty amazing stuff, actually. You may never picture me with a chainsaw in your life, but I promise you I was using a chainsaw. So it was fun. And again, just got to meet the homeowners, and the people of Louisiana are just awesome people. And, we get that rep because of swamp people and Mardi Gras and party and wild. And obviously, we definitely embody some of that at Garage Guys. And I know I personally do, just because I grew up around it. And Mardi Gras was like the best holiday ever. But, we're a resilient people. And that's one thing I love about the state of Louisiana, my home state. And it's an incredible thing to be able to give back and have this platform to where I could reach out to so many people, and so many awesome people in the NASCAR community could get back and make donations and do that. So just again, thank you guys so much for everything from Dale, myself, from Chef, from all of us. Just really appreciate all the help and the shares on that. So I'm ready to go ahead and get to this race. Federated Auto Parts 400 Richmond Raceway. September 11th race. So shout out to that as well. Never forget. It's going to be what is this now? 20 years. Pretty wild to think about that. It's been 20 years since that happened. So it's something we'll never forget. And I love that they're kind of honoring that this weekend. It'll be on Saturday. The race is Saturday night, by the way, guys. Don't forget that. I would hate for you to go to sleep early or go do something and then wake up on Sunday, get ready for a race, and there's no race. A lot of people fell for a tweet that I dropped on Thursday morning about Martin having a good day on Sunday, and a lot of yous were pretty mistaken. So don't forget it. So just kind of taking a look right now. I've already looked over the starting lineup, literally computers over here right now. So you guys know me. I have my notes, got my, I'm a statistician right now. Big NASCAR doctor. Got to look at the charts. All right. So I've been looking over some things. Before we even started talking, you guys know how I roll. I wanted to look at some paint schemes for Richmond. We'll do a little bit of paint scheme judging before we give you the picks. So if you're one of those weird fucks that get mad that I don't get straight to the picks, just fast forward and you'll get there. I promise you. But if you're fucking cool and you fucking flow with Garage Guy Chase and you flow with the Garage Guys, you'll love this. Quinn Half is driving the Trucker Appreciation car. My son would love that. Big trucker kid, loves trucks. Don't know where he got it from, but we roll with it. Hopefully my child will not be pulling for Quinn Huff. I would never wish that hurt upon any man or any man's child. Kurt's running normal things. Western Star car for Brad. The black and the white look pretty cool. If you can't see it, it's because I'm not showing it to you, but you can look it up. I'm looking at it right now, though. Austin Dillon is driving just ugly rolling car. That sucks. Got some words about him, though, later. Hunt Brothers Pizza Car, it's back for Kevin. HendrickCars.com, Kyle's got some stars on the side. That's cool. Not Hot Dog Man for Ryan Newman this week, Bacon Man. So is Bacon Boy, or is Ryan Newman Bacon Boy this week? To be determined. Now I'm looking at Corey's car. Corey LaJoy is driving a Shave Logic number 7. It's like matte black with like some baby blue stripes on the side. Sick paint scheme. Definitely got to give points for that. Possibly bumping him up in DFS lineups just because it looks fast as fuck. Looking at Tyler Reddick, he's got the Richard Childress Vineyards car. Great self-sponsor awareness there for Tyler. He didn't choose it. Richard did. Believe it. Kelly Blue Book car for Chase. Gross. Eric Amarola driving the Never Forget car, Smithfield, Tuesday's Children. So that's obviously right there. He's like the star of the race with that paint scheme. And it's also a track that he is pretty fucking good at as well. So something to look out for. Denny Hamlin's got the Fat 11. I like it. Ryan Blaney driving that black, yellow, and red Advanced Auto Parts car that just looks like the old school Miller High Life car, or the Miller Light car that Rusty Wallace drove. Always a beautiful rendition of that in a way, even though it's not supposed to be. I love it. Briscoe driving the Rush and something else, Cummins Truckers car. I could, the list goes on and on. Martin Truex is in an American car as well. So there you go. Now, okay, I'm looking at the DeWalt car, number 20, looking at Chris Bell. He's got some weird stuff. It kind of looked like Stars in the Galaxy for a minute, was about to be pretty hype. Not Stars in Galaxy, so don't care. Trying to find anything that's just out of the ordinary here. And, okay, so we got Ryan Preece driving a Crest car. Very clean and sparkly. Good for Ryan. Gold Nugget Sports. Anthony Alfredo is driving a betting car. The homie Anthony. Shout out to you, Anthony. I might throw a little bit of cheddar down just because you're on the Gold Nugget Sports car. It's a beautiful thing. And shout out to you as well for that finish in Darlington last week. Proud of you, Anthony. Cole Custer, whatever. Ross Chastain is in a Moose car. That's cool. Check it out. And then Stenhouse is in the 47 NAS. It should be every week. Every week. Don't care. All right. So that's it for Cup car paint schemes voted for by me. If you went through that whole thing with me, you're a real one, and I'm proud of you. If not, that's okay. Let's go ahead and get into the picks. Let me go ahead and give you what you're here for. Maybe you're just here for me. And if you are, I love you and I appreciate it. If you're just here for picks, go to TobyChristie.com next time and don't waste all your fucking time watching me, guy that's mad in podcast reviews. By the way, please go rate, review, and subscribe. If you listen to this on Apple or Spotify, give us a follow. Just literally just drop us like a little bit of words. You can just say, hey, Chase, I'm just doing this because you asked. Much love. And then just hit enter, because every time we get a review, it helps us grow in the rankings and it helps us continue on that path to becoming the king of NASCAR shows. All right. Because not only do we want you to enjoy NASCAR, we want you to make money doing it as well. Okay. That's why it's sports, profit, repeat. All right. It's sports, the only sport that matters, NASCAR. Profit, you make money, and repeat. There's races every week. It's the longest running sport or racing series in a year. Okay. Football doesn't run from February to November. Okay. Football's on tonight. I watched a little bit of it, but now I'm here. It's Thursday, but it's Friday because you're listening to it. So there's that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Enough is enough. I've already said that like 8 times. Thank you for your patience. First driver. I think everybody should know this by now. Last week, I was completely off this guy. Pretty much faded him in DFS. Had a great DFS night. We swept the weekend at Darlington. Dale and I just it was beautiful. We barely communicated. We trusted the universe. We trusted our gut, and we did it. So we're going to try to replicate that again this week. I'm in my own little corner. I'm over here doing the DFS show with you guys. Starting off, P3. Martin Truex Jr. at 10-2, not even the most expensive on the board. Kyle Busch is the most expensive on the board in DraftKings this week. You can't pass up Truex at this race. And I've learned that regardless of his speed, regardless of the headspace or anything, he has just gotten so good at this track. He's become so good at Martinsville. But it just, to me, Richmond and Martinsville are the two races that stick out the most when it comes to him in DFS and just performing well in general in NASCAR as a whole. So I will definitely be playing a ton of Martin Truex Jr. I think he could even win this race this week. I don't think that that's a surprise to say either. But after doing my research on it, it's just there's not a whole lot to be done. I could easily sit here and be like, oh, yeah, he won a couple of races last year, or he won 2 back-to-back in 2019. I'm seeing right here. It's like we knew that. This has more to do with the consistency of where he's finishing. So if we're looking at this from September of 2018 until now, he has not had one race here where he finished outside of the top 5. He's in the playoffs, and it's just he seems to just gel really well here. He leads a ton of laps at this race as well. He's led over 100 laps at this race since 2017, with the, I guess you would say, the difference being, what was it, September 2020, where he finished second, led 0 laps. He couldn't quite get there. But when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at consistency. Him starting P3, I could easily see him staying right where he's at. Gibbs should be really good this weekend. I'm banking on it. And I'll definitely have some diversification of Gibbs in my lineups. But for the most part, Truex is going to be in just about every one of them. If he falls, he falls, and I'm fucked. If he does well, it's great. And when I say every one of them, I mean probably 18 out of 20. So there's that. All right. So you definitely got to pivot a little bit. Okay. You can't be on that guy in every one of them, because it's like, what if something wild happens, right? You want to make the most out of your lineups, but I'm that confident to play him in the majority of them. And so that's where I'm sticking with Truex. I think it's an easy no-brainer. And again, you can get him on DraftKings 10-2. All right. 200 away from a 10-4. We're close. All right. P3, 10-2, Martin Truex. MTJ. Don't forget it. Next guy that I have that's going to be a high price driver. And I'm really going from the high floor, and I'm definitely going to have some Larson. I'm definitely going to have a little bit of Hamlin probably, and I'll definitely probably have some KFB dabbled around and sprinkled around different areas. But we're going to take a pretty big leap this week. There's a lot of value in Richmond in these 4 guys that I'm giving you for free. I almost probably should save some of them for premium, for paid, but I'm feeling generous this week. So I want to help you guys out. And so that's why I'm here to do that. Next guy, I'm going to go ahead and have to say that this is going to be the tasty pick of the week presented by Hooters. All right. You can save $10 on any order, $30 or more when you order anything from Hooters, anything on the menu that's on the Hooters app or from HootersToGo.com. Okay. You take a big order. Okay. You make an order. It's $35. Great. Now it's $25. All right. It's that simple. Use promo code Garage Guys and it's yours. Save $10. Take that $10 that you save, go throw it into DraftKings. Go throw it into a bet. All right. That we give you. Go check out the It Me, a premium betting card with Garage Guys Premium. Go check that out. You can take that $10 you save at Hooters from the $30 or more order and put that towards that. So don't forget it. Valid at participating locations for delivery and carry out orders $30 or more. Okay, now that I did fine print with that cool little edit, tasty pick of the week presented by Hooters. Austin Dillon, 8,400 on DraftKings starting in P19. Now, let me tell you about this cat right here. I love AD this week. All right. People get mad at me when I call him AD, especially basketball fans who's like, that's not Anthony Davis. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, it's Austin Dillon. Get it right. So when I was looking over some statistics and just races that I've been watching over the past few years, I can't help but see that 3 just in the mix at some point in time, or like doing really well at some point in time. So I did a little bit of digging on Austin and kind of looking around. When you look at a stat sheet, you might kind of be like, oh, well, it doesn't look that impressive. It's not that great, whatever. I literally am seeing right now since 2018, he's only had one race where he finished outside of the top 10. Okay. RCR has done a ton to get their program right, to get their engines right, to get the cars right. And Austin has just really shown that it took some years for him to really develop that culture. or really develop that skill at these tough tracks, these short tracks. But I really feel like if you look at where he started and where he is now, it is paying off. RCR as a whole is really coming together, kind of teaming up with these other Chevy teams and getting some things dialed in. So I love Austin Dillon this week. He started 11th, finished 10th last year. He's starting in P19. I think that is going to be beautiful place differential. I think that Austin can get another top 10. And not just that, but when I'm going to dig even deeper into some statistics, looking over some things, I love looking at closers at this track, the guys that are going to come through in the clutch for you right there at the end. You know who's number one on that list? Austin fucking Dillon. It's just so tasty. His average finish is a 10 at this track. If he's starting P19, he finishes 10th at the price that he's at. I'm okay with that at the end of the day. I'm fine playing 8,400 for him to have him in a lineup because I'm going to be able to create a fat stack, have him in there with some other drivers that should get great place differential, a little bit of sneakiness, and your top dogs. So I'm all in for that. Austin Dillon, don't forget it. P19, 8,400 on DraftKings. If you need more information on AD, you go to the Discord, okay? It's free. Premium's not. But you can talk to me and tag me and ask me any question you want anytime in the Discord. And if you need a link to the Discord, shoot a comment right down here and just say, hey, I'm new here. I need a link to the Discord. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm not a dickhead. I'm going to give you a link to the Discord. But if you come in there talking about free fucking essays, you're out. I'm kicking you. It's over. All right. Don't forget it. Third guy that I love this week based on price is going to have to be Richard Stenhouse Jr. All right. Ricky Stenhouse at 6,700 on DraftKings, big value guy starting in P23. This is a guy that I can definitely see some people are going to be wishy-washy on. I don't think that he's going to immediately fit that groove of like the optimal play or the one guy that everyone's like, oh, you got to play this guy. But I think Ricky falls in line of that little wishy-washy area where he could be the guy that is the difference between you making $100 and $1,000, or he could be the guy that runs into the wall and is just like, well, I'm going home. He's driving the NASCAR though. So don't forget that. It's always a beautiful thing to see that orange and blue powerhouse machine. I wish it could be in Richmond just to pet the car and then to just grab him and massage the garage guy's energy into one shoulder until he pushes me away and says, get the fuck out of here. He might not use that language. Probably wouldn't use that language. Way better guy than I am with language. But he would definitely be like, I got it, man. All right. But no, we love Ricky. Ricky loves us and we love Ricky. Good guy. Great guy. But in P23, I'm loving it. He's also a guy, too, where you go look at some of those closing stats, and he's not like right up there in the mix with everything, but he's in the top 10 ranked of closers at this track. The one thing that I do love about Ricky is the fact that when it comes to green flag passes, he's leading everybody. He's the guy that's going to be on the track the most. And when it comes down to it at the end of the day, you want to have a guy that stays on track. That's the beauty of where Ricky Stenhouse it comes in and what he can bring to your fantasy lineup on DraftKings. Just kind of be able to deliver those things. He's not somebody that's going to get you that finish that is, he's not a consistent top 10 every time at this race. I mean, the last time he's had a top 10 at Richmond was in 2017, and that's back when he was racing with Roush. Since he's been with JTG, he's finished 18th and 17th. So there is positivity in those numbers. It's a one place differential positivity, but it's still good. So definitely keep an eye out for it. And he started in 23rd, I believe in 2020, finished 18th. But I just feel like JTG has been able to figure out a little bit more, and with the right things going for him in this race, we could easily see him get somewhere up in that top 15, if not more. He's a short track guy. He's a dirt track guy. That's all I need right here. I got faith in Ricky, and I need you to have faith in him as well. So just go ahead and say it now with me. Ricky Stenhouse will have a top 12 finish this week. Let's manifest it. Don't tell Ricky. He's got to keep his head clear and just go. But he believes. And if you believe, we can achieve. Remember it. I'm probably the only guy out here that's like talking this, like everyone else probably watches this that's in the DFS and betting industry and is like, this guy is off his fucking rocker. And I love that. And I'm grateful for it. So there's that. And I hope you guys appreciate and love it as well. Let's manifest shit. That's what we're here to do. Believe. All right. So last guy that we have, this is going to be an obvious play, place differential play. If you don't have him in lineups, you're probably screwing up. So you definitely need to have this guy in lineups. It's Eric Jones. Eric Jones screwed the pooch last week. All right. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But because he screwed the pooch, he's starting in P31. And anytime we get a guy starting that far back that has a decent record as far as being a driver at this track, I'm pretty happy with it. So him starting P31, he's going to be 6,600 on DraftKings, 6.6K. I like that. I'm a fan of that. And the reason being is because he started 30th in 2021 earlier this year. The spring race started 30th, finished 19th. That's really all you need at that salary. It's really all you need there. He's cheap. You can squeeze him in. There's another guy that I like that's close to that price range that has a really good record here as well. I'll be talking about him on premium. My premium, I have to save somebody for premium. But Jones is the obvious play at 6,600. And like I said, even when he was with Joe Gibbs, it seemed like he almost had he didn't have a worse record with Joe Gibbs, but it was trending down before he left. And then now is with Richard Petty. So it just seems like the flow of the race works well with his driving style. That's why I do like Eric here, obviously, because he is the chalk on the board. Okay, so don't forget it. So usually, see, you thought the chalk would be the tasty pick of the week from Hooters. It wasn't. It was Austin Dillon. So don't forget that either. So those are my four guys that I love this week. Again, you can read about these four guys a little bit more in depth. I'll be writing about that on TobyChristie.com. That article should be live. You're listening to this now. You should be able to go straight to TobyChristie.com and read it. Again, my picks for this race. For DraftKings, these are four guys that I think you should definitely have in your lineup. Martin Truex Jr. at 10-2, starting in P3. We're going to go to Austin Dillon, Hooters Tasty Pick of the Week, starting in P19 at 8,400. Moving there to Richard Stenhouse Jr., Ricky Stenhouse, 6,700, starting P23. And then the chalk play, Eric Jones, P31 at 6,600. Those are my guys. Let's have a fucking great weekend at Richmond. Let's try to do the Darlington repeat. Let's try to keep the short track energy alive, even though Darlington may or may not be a short track. Technically, who cares? In our heads right now, it is. Short track energy is alive and well. Crossing that over to Richmond. Let's go get it. Let's make it happen, Garage Fam. And again, don't forget, promo code Garage Guys. Any order at Hooters, $30 or more, you can save $10 on. Okay. Just use promo code Garage Guys. The promo code is valid at participating locations for delivery and carry out orders, $30 or more. Don't forget it. HootersToGo.com. Download the Hooters app. All right. Go to GarageGuysFantasySports.com. Get a premium kit. Check out Chef Boy's rankings for DFS along with my premium picks. And then read what Dale and I have at TobyChristie.com. That was like a tri-plug. That's what we'll call it. That was three things in one. Tri-plug just happened here. Probably happens other places too, but I'm just going to say it for the hell of it. Only on the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast. So that's a show. Be sure to hit me up in the Discord, guys. Any questions you have. Can't wait to talk to you guys this weekend for the races. We'll see you. Sports, profit, repeat.
It's the Garage Guys. 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 It's the Garage Guys.